I'm sitting here with Sarah Beth, also known as Juror Number 3. It's a very official title. I have some follow-up questions because earlier when we were on the air, you said you regretted not playing closely with Tiffany and Claire.
Yes.
At what point did you have that regret?
I would say I started feeling it when I was HOH last week. I think I actually had in my head, it was like, oh, I'm playing with Tiffany and Claire. They're going to trust me. I've got this. But then I didn't actually follow up with actions to make them feel comfortable. So it was just like this idea that was living in my head. I could tell when I had my one-on-ones with Claire and Tiffany that they both felt nervous. And that's when I realized that I didn't have that connection with them that I had wanted to have. And at that point, I wasn't sure if I could have it again or where to go with it. I did end up putting Claire on the block. I regret all of that as part of my decisions.
So the feeling that you got from them, is that why you stuck it? It sounds like you stuck it out with Kyland, being close with him, because you felt you had to. Is that accurate, or am I putting words in your mouth?
No, I always wanted to play with Kyland. I would have loved to have been in a Final 2 with Kyland, but I knew I couldn't just work with Kyland. I had to be able to work with other people, and I know ultimately, and Kyland knew this too, if I thought I couldn't beat him at the end, I wouldn't have taken him. So Claire and Tiffany all along the game were other options for me. They were definitely like in second place to Kyland as far as who I wanted to work with.
You also told me that when you did not regret taking Derek X out a week ago when you were HOH. Mm-hmm. If he had stayed in, like, why didn't you want to keep him around as a shield to hide behind? Because everyone felt like this guy's so good, you know, he's a threat to everyone's game. Like, why didn't you feel that way, that you could use him as a shield for your own game?
I do think I might have made it maybe a week or two longer if Derek X had been in the game, but I felt like the fewer people were there, the bigger of a threat he was to me. He was better at me than competitions. He was more liked in the house. People trusted him more. And so I didn't see an end game with him still there that I could see myself winning. And so ultimately, I knew that surviving would be harder these next few weeks if he wasn't there, because I don't think he was coming after me as far as I knew. But it was like, what's the point of just making it a few more weeks if it's not a path that could actually lead to winning the game?
In your opinion, who's running the house? Who's running the game? Is there anyone running the house, running the game?
Before listening to my goodbye message, I probably would have said nobody really. But now I do know that there is some sort of alliance that Kyland mentioned. And so I don't know how newly formed that is or how long it's been going. But I have limited knowledge of it right now, but I feel like that has potential then to really be running the house, because I know from my perspective, I did not know that it existed. So there's probably quite a few people in the house who are in my same position.
Do you want to take any guesses as to who could be in this so-called secret alliance?
I know Azah mentioned that it was a mission close to her. I think Azah does want... because as far as I know, there's never been a black person to win Big Brother. So I'm going to guess it probably has something to do with that. So maybe it's Xavier, Kyland, and Azah. Possibly Tiffany, possibly Chada or Hannah. I'm not quite sure who all is in it. Big D as well. So that would be my best guess.
What's the best thing you're going to take home with you in this experience of being in Big Brother?
Best thing to take home with me. It's one more thing I never thought I ever could have done. I was shocked through the whole process that I was making it, and then I walked in the house like, I don't know how I got here. And so I think it's given me a lot of confidence going forward that if there's something I really want, I could actually make it happen.
Sarah Beth, Juror Number 3, thank you so much for playing Big Brother.
Thank you.
We'll see you back here on finale night when you and the other 8 members of the jury vote for a winner. Thank you.
Thank you.